Hello there, grade 10 students. Welcome to Surgeon TV. If you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe our video. And don't forget to hit the notification button for our upcoming videos. In our video today, we're going to discuss the lesson 2, which is finding the general rule or the end term of a sequence. This general rule or the end term of a sequence is the formula that we are going to use in order to find the terms of a sequence. In our previous video, we're able to determine the terms of a sequence given the formula. So there are two ways in which we can find the general rule of a sequence. Number one is by inspection. Number two is using the algebraic methods. So let's have an example in which we are going to find the general rule of a sequence. So we have here example number one, find the general rule or end term of a sequence 1, 4, 19, 16, 25. So the first step in this example is to make a table and list the values of n and a sub n. So we have here n. We all know that n is the term number. And we're going to list down also the a sub n, which is the term. Okay. When the value of n is 1, so we got a sub n is 1. A sub 1 is 1. If the value of n is 2, so we have 4, 3, we have 9, and we have a sub 4 is 16. A sub 5 is equal to 25. We can determine the formula of the sequence by inspection. Take note that the value of a sub n right here is the product of the n times itself. Okay, so we can observe that the value of a sub 1 is just equal to 1 squared. The value of a sub 2 is equal to 2 squared, right? 2 times 2 is 4. The value of a sub 3 is 3 squared. The value of a sub 4 is 4 squared. And the value of a sub 5 here is 5 squared. By this observation, we can now determine what is the formula of the sequence. So the formula of the sequence will be a sub n is equal to, so we all know that the term number multiplied by itself, so it becomes n squared. So this is the formula of this sequence. What is the nth term of the sequence? 2, 3, 4, 5. Nth term meaning to say we're going to find the general rule or the formula. Okay. By the way, there are two types of formula. It can be linear in nature or quadratic in nature. So if we have linear in nature of the form a sub n is equal to a n plus b. Quadratic in nature, yung formula niya is given by a sub n is equal to a n squared plus b n plus c. There are two types of sequence. It can be linear in nature or quadratic in nature. So let's go to our example. So we have what is the nth term of the sequence? 2, 3, 4, and 5. So to solve for this, we are going to use inspection. So we're going to make a table. Una yung n or the term number. So pag a sub 1 will gives us 2. A sub 2 will gives us 3. A sub 3 is 4. A sub 4 is 5. So by inspection, we all know that each term of the sequence is we are adding 1. So if we are going to add 1 to this term right here, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So meaning to say the general rule will be a sub n is equal to, so we're adding 1 to each term number. So that is term number n plus 1. So meaning to say this is the general rule or the end term of the sequence 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's have another uh, example. Find the general rule that describes the sequence negative 2, 0 to 4. So in this type of sequence, we cannot easily determine the general rule or the formula by inspection. Hence, we can solve this algebraically. So first step is we're going to list down all the values of n and a sub n. So value of n and a sub n. So value of n is 1. So a sub 1 is negative 2. A sub 2 is 0. A sub 3 is 2. A sub 4 is 4. So the next step in this is we're going to find the difference. Step 2 is we're going to find the difference of each term of the sequence. So we're going to subtract 0 to negative 2. That will give us 2. 2 minus 0 is 2 also. And 4 minus 2 is 2. By looking at the difference, we get the first difference of the sequence, that is 2, meaning to say this is linear in nature. Since this is linear in nature, the general rule or the formula is of the form a sub n is equal to a n plus b. So this is the form of the general rule. Okay, so again, we're going to list the table. We have here n and a sub n, 1, negative 2, 2, 0, 3, 2, and a sub 4 is 4. We are able to find the difference, which is 2, right? So next is we're going to find the values of a and b. How to do that is we are going to substitute the value of n and a sub n to the linear equation, which is sub n is equal to a n plus b. First, if n is equal to 1 and a sub n is equal to negative 2. So we're going to substitute these values to this linear equation. We have a sub n is negative 2 equals a times 1 plus b. We have negative 2 is equal to a times 1 is a plus b. And we can rewrite this into a plus b equals negative 2. So this will be our first equation. We can call this equation number 1. We need to have two equations in order to find the values of a and b. For the second one, n is 2 and a sub n is 0. So substitute these values to this equation. So we have 0 is equal to a times 2 plus b. We have 0 is equal to 2a plus b. And we can write this into 2a plus b equals 0. So this is our second equation. Now, to find the values of a and b, since we have already the two equations, we are going to eliminate the value of b so that we can find the value of a. And how to do that? We are going to subtract equation 1 from equation 2. For the next step, we are going to subtract equation 2 minus equation 1. So what will happen is that this will become 2a plus b equals 0 minus a plus b equals negative 2. Since we had the operation minus, we can rewrite this into 2a plus b equals 0, and change the operation from minus to plus. So we have negative a minus b is equal to negative times negative, that is positive 2. So we can now add this term. So we have 2a minus a is a, and b minus b, so cancel out na ito. And we have a is equal to 2. So this is our equation number 3. Since we have now the value of a, we are going to find the value of b. So we're going to substitute this a equals to either of the equation 1 and equation 2. So we're going to choose the simpler equation. So the simpler equation, if you compare these two, is a plus b equals negative 2. That a is equal to 2, and equation 1 is a plus b equals negative 2. Okay, so we're going to substitute, so it will become, so we have 2 plus b is equal to negative 2, and subtract both sides by negative 2, so we have 2 minus 2 plus b equals negative 2 minus 2. So cancel out na ito. Then we have b is equal to negative 4. So we have now the values of a, which is 2, and b, which is negative 4. So we're going to substitute the values of a and b to the linear equation. A sub n is equal to a n plus b. A sub n is equal to, the value of a is 2n. Since this is negative, so it will become 2n minus 4. This is our final answer. This is the general form of the terms negative 2, 0, 2, 4, so on. So this is the general rule of this equation. So this is our final answer. In the next video, I'm going to discuss a sequence which is quadratic in nature.